woman who is stunning and gorgeous, she's not real.
AI done took some of your best of the best looking women and merged them all together and created perfect women. And I ain't even gonna hold you. You can't compete with them.
I don't get tired. I don't need lighting. And I will never ask you to pay me.
If this is a peek into the future of our beauty standards, then I am concerned.
None of this is real. This model, this studio.
We create this for brands like yours.
We're looking at the new face of beauty, but if you look a little closer, you'll realize this new face of beauty doesn't actually have a heartbeat. The beauty and body standards are constantly evolving while also becoming harder than ever to keep up with. And every time beauty changes, there's always a specific woman selling that look. But what if I told you that the women selling that look today were never actually born in the first place? It's 2026 and AI is better than ever before, right? And this technology can be used for many things. One of the biggest places we're starting to see it is in advertising. And while advertising is used to sell a product, most of them have never really been about the product itself. Instead, it's always been about the person selling it. And for decades, companies have searched for the perfect woman to do exactly that. But it gets very unsettling when you realize that they're not searching anymore. Instead, they're just generating them. And the amount of people who can't see it are way too many for my liking. In today's video, we're gonna look into the decades-long search for the industry's ideal woman. And what happens when they realize they no longer need one? Welcome to the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. You're classy. I know you don't just give those away for free, but hopefully at the end of this video, we become bestie enough for you to take that next step. Weirdly enough, this story about the future of beauty actually starts with something that has nothing to do with beauty at all. Stick with me though, okay? By the early 1950s, companies were becoming very interested in one particular customer. The only problem was she wasn't as easy to sell to as they thought.
This is Chet Huntley bringing you a report on this new partnership between industry and the American woman. It starts with men. How about new and better products for the home? Everybody drinks coffee. How about a coffee percolator? But it's also an established fact that 3 out of 4 new household products just don't sell. Or to put it another way, the women of America won't buy.
Now, before I lose you, because a lot of you may be thinking, Janae, what does a coffee percolator have to do with the beauty standard? Well, a lot more than you think. After World War II, America was stepping into a massive period of spending. New products were showing up faster than ever before, but the problem was a lot of those products were failing. And when companies looked closer, they learned why. They realized the person actually deciding whether these products were worth buying was the woman inside the home. She may not have earned most of the household income because, let's remember, back then women were only trusted to run the home, not the bank. But let's not get it twisted. Women still had a huge say in where that money was going. Their approval could determine whether a product succeeded or was removed from the store shelves entirely.
Some products fail to make the grade here and are eliminated. If women won't buy it, there's no point in making it. The Opinion Center survey proved that women prefer this shape. Remember, these products are primarily for women. A man pours things this way. Well, women are smarter. Since they're not as strong as men, they pour this way.
Well, that groundbreaking revelation is exactly why the coffee percolator mattered. It showed that companies were learning that a good product could still fail if a woman did not connect with it. And that realization made the American woman one of the most studied consumers in the country. Now, companies were determined to answer one question: what do women actually want? And one industry believed it had that answer.
And now the real business of advertising begins. It's up to the copywriter to find the little bit of magic that will make women want to go into a shop and buy the new lipsticks in preference to all others. Incidentally, one of the hardest jobs in advertising The artist goes ahead roughing out sketches, posters, and slogans.
What did the average woman love? Cosmetics, hair products, maybe some lipsticks, perfumes. But advertisers were learning that making women just want those products weren't enough. Because a woman could like a lipstick and still walk right past it, she needed a reason to believe this one could change or upgrade something about her.
This could be you, pampering yourself with new Camay's luxurious lather, Camay's caressing care. This could be you, a lovelier you, when you care for your skin with new, fabulous pink Camay.
Now, there's nothing wrong with the simple promise you could be lovelier, but this small push to improve started making beauty, simple, natural beauty, feel like something that always needed improvement. And I'm pretty sure a lot of women took "this could be you" literally, and it created a more specific idea of what beauty was supposed to look like. The only question was, who got to decide that, though? Remember in that earlier video when that man said,
This is Chet Huntley bringing you a report on this new partnership between industry and the American woman. It starts with men.
It starts with men, and apparently it ended with them deciding what women should look like, too.
Film stars probably have a bigger influence than anyone else on the fashions and hairstyles of the younger generation. My guess is that many thousand British teenagers are waiting to see this film, now and forever, for one particular reason. What will Jeanette Scott look like this time?
She's a schoolgirl who grows up when she falls in love, so I want you to emphasize that.
She has a very beautiful forehead, and I think we can use the forehead with a fringe wave.
So, the woman being sold to women was already being built for them by men. And that woman began appearing in films, magazines, billboards, beauty advertisements, and obviously this told many women that this is what they should look like. Advertisers now had something a lot more powerful than a beautiful woman. They had a version of beauty that now girls could grow up believing was standard. And this message wasn't limited to American women or women in general at all.
Women in Mexico concentrate on being women. From the time they are little children, they are taught that being attractive to men is their main purpose in life. They devote much time and effort to achieving an appealingly feminine appearance. Advertising, which focuses on this simple theme, is highly effective in promoting many types of products. This billboard, for example, advertises a popular brand of nylon stockings.
As we all know and can now all see, this obsession with understanding women has turned into setting expectations for them. And that simple question, what do women want, started sounding a lot like, what can we convince women they should look like? Either way, whether it was the perfect home or the perfect face, the formula stayed pretty simple. Create the expectation and then sell the solution.
A young American author causes a storm by arguing that women have become victims of a punishing cult of beauty.
Western women, since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, have been uniquely controlled by ideals, that this society controls women through notions of perfection.
Just as Betty Friedan found that male executives were strategically, purposely using women's insecurities about homemaking perfection to get them to buy more home appliances in the 1950s, Naomi Wolf claimed that male executives were also using women's insecurities about their faces and their bodies to get them to buy more beauty supplies.
Let me break it down for you. If an unreachable ideal keeps women buying things to reach it, then keeping that ideal a little out of reach was actually a pretty good business. The only problem was that beauty ideal everyone was chasing couldn't stay frozen in the 1950s forever. As culture kept changing, of course, what people consider beautiful is going to change right alongside it. And by the 1950s, one woman was becoming the clearest example of what that change looked like.
Why is the Twin Cities so keen on Twiggy?
I don't think it's just the Twin Cities, John. I think every city in America is crazy about Twiggy. They're all brainwashed.
What is it the girls like about the Twiggy look?
It's free, you know? And it's just kind of wild, innocent, and it's young, alive.
You admire Twiggy?
Yes, I do.
What for?
Oh, she's so thin.
Twiggy made one thing clear. A beauty shift could become a lot more powerful once people could attach a face to it. Now, she wasn't the first woman to represent beauty, but her look was so different from the generation before her that it made the change impossible to miss. And it gave women a completely different body and look to start questioning themselves against. So when the 80s and 90s came, that idea just got stronger.
But it was the 1980s and 90s, the decade of the supermodel, that had many people, and not just women, questioning their body shape. It was the tall, slender female silhouettes of Linda, Naomi, Christy strutting on the catwalks and peering off the pages of magazines.
And eventually, when social media got here, the women setting these standards didn't even have to be on magazine covers anymore. Now, I'm not going to give you the full rundown of beauty standards through the years and the trends and how they came about, but something about the influencer was very different. Influencers could now bring the beauty standard directly into women's everyday lives.
We all want to be Alex Earl, right? Like every single one of us. She doesn't have a flaw and we all want to be her. And she uses this filter on every single one of her videos, right? And so everyone's talking about how it makes you look so good and they know that like that's why she uses it. Please. I just don't get how she makes it look so natural. Another sweet little reminder that I will never be Alex Earl.
And it's not unusual for women to admire someone that they think is beautiful, copy her makeup, buy what she wears, or maybe take inspiration from her look. But it gets kind of unsettling when companies realize that that admiration can be turned into something they can sell. They can sell us any product, but deep down, what they're doing is selling the beauty standard a lot of women believe they need to follow. And as long as society continues to keep following them, there will always be a new insecurity waiting to become a product.
There's a lot of money to be made for companies who can sell this dream of achieving beauty, who can sell trends, and invent new insecurities. As long as there's a beauty ideal that is objective and socially agreed upon, they can make you believe that you can buy your way in, either through makeup, fragrances, gym classes, clothes, surgery, etc. Knowing what appeals to consumers aesthetically means that you can move more product, get more clicks, sell more ads, and more.
But there's still one part of this whole thing that companies couldn't control yet. And that is the woman herself. While companies keep selling women something new to fix, the woman selling that dream still has to look like she has nothing to fix herself. But the gag is, the real woman behind this perfect standard is still a real woman with everyday natural flaws, which also means there are limits to how much of her image a brand can control. She has to be hired and photographed, styled, edited, scheduled, she has to be paid, and all of that takes time, money, and coordination. So what happens when brands want the woman without the fuss? Well, apparently the easiest workaround is removing her altogether.
A photo shoot with no model. She's not late though, she doesn't exist.
Aitana is an AI model. Since she was created around a year ago, she's amassed a big following and is making thousands a month. Touch-ups used to take around a day, but now it's a few hours because of how the AI's improved so much. The studio says they can get thousands of pounds a month for sponsored posts and endorsements with Aitana.
Do you see what's going on right now? Why deal with a celebrity running behind on set, or maybe a model refusing to pose on her bad side? And don't get me wrong, this isn't me saying that they're hard to work with. It's completely normal for brands to have to deal with certain limitations and inconveniences that come with working with a real person. But with AI, a company won't have to work around schedules, boundaries, bad press, body changes, maybe a reshoot, or whether the woman herself even agrees with the final image. They can just pluck her right out of it while keeping the face, look, and everything that made her useful. And at the same time, without even realizing it, they're introducing a level of beauty that no real woman could ever touch.
As if beauty standards weren't unattainable enough, Vogue just published their first ever fully AI generated model in a Guess ad. From a strategy standpoint, Guess wanted to generate buzz, and it's brilliant. But what does this mean for young impressionable girls viewing these AI images, comparing themselves to something that just isn't real? If this is a peek into the future of our beauty standards, then I am concerned.
And I am officially concerned too, because unfortunately we have already arrived at that point. Outside of these big campaigns, something much weirder is already happening on our feeds. Women are coming across these perfect girls on social media. They're admiring them, watching them, buying their clothes, even wanting to look like them, without realizing there was never a real woman there to compare themselves to in the first place.
I am so freaked out right now. I saw this TikTok of this girl. She is so pretty. I'm just like, wow, she's like perfect. Her hair is perfect. Her nails are perfect. Her movement, the camera movement, her body is perfect. It's all promoting products on TikTok Shop. Everything is just perfect too. And I'm just like, holy this is AI. This is AI.
A lot of weird stuff happens on the Clock app daily, but the weirdest thing I've been stumbling upon, interestingly enough, are very beautiful women. I mean, women so beautiful, they look unreal. And it's because they are unreal.
I just came across an AI influencer for the first time, and I am like genuinely disturbed. What's most alarming is that based on the comments, majority of her followers have no idea that she's AI.
I saw an AI influencer. She was selling a bikini. She was in a bikini, showing off her little bikini. Had this account not said that she was an AI influencer, I never would have known.
And this conversation isn't about AI influencers. I don't want it to be about AI influencers because it is so much more creepier than that. It's the millions of women scrolling on social media, seeing beautiful faces and bodies that aren't made up of a human body. And then they're commenting, liking, sharing, and believing that this level of beauty is the new beauty standard.
I don't know if I'm going insane, but I just saw this video on TikTok that's very clearly AI, at least to me, and everybody's eating it up. You look so good in that. You're so beautiful. Wow, how did you do it? She's so AI. And the video got 2 million views. 2 million people believe this was real.
This woman who is stunning and gorgeous is AI. There's both men and women hyping her up and going, where'd you buy this? Where'd you buy that?
These AI girls are getting not only compliments, but they're selling us clothes and hair and makeup and whatever else can be linked in that TikTok Shop cart. And me personally, I don't think any of it is ethical. I don't care if there's a real person running the account and then they're using AI to promote the product. It feels like highway robbery, like they're stealing your money and then at the same time, they're pretty much stealing your face.
This is an AI creator. Like, people are in the comments talking about, oh my god, girl, where'd you get your jewelry? Oh my god, face tea. Like, yeah, face is tea, girl, she's not real. And there's a couple like genuine absolute baddies in her comments like, oh my god, haha, I thought you were me because she looks just like them. Girl, she is you. Whoever created her literally copied and pasted your whole look, your whole vibe, your whole face.
Because we have to remember, these AI women aren't being created out of thin air. AI had to learn what a beautiful woman looks like from somewhere, and that somewhere is us. But there's just one thing though. AI can take someone's perfectly beautiful, perfectly fine face and still conform it into this perfect, uncanny AI'd look. Almost like it's trying to push this as the new beauty standard.
Why does AI always change your face whenever you ask it to edit something? Why does it literally make you into a different person? Why is all of a sudden your nose smaller and your lips are fuller and your eyes are wider and your lashes are longer? Why is a robot, a literal robot, trying to get me to conform to the beauties? Like, it literally makes no sense.
Either way, whether these faces were copied from somebody or completely generated, the people scrolling past them usually don't know the difference. And you can quite literally see that happening in comment sections everywhere. I'm gonna play you a video that made me do a double take, and not because the woman, or so I thought in the video, looked amazing, but because Once I saw the reveal, the reactions to it had me floored.
You said rooftop chill. Why is the back doing a plot twist?
It's a bodysuit. I'm allowed to be dramatic.
Okay, front is simple. That part makes sense.
The straps stay flat and it layers under jeans.
Turn around, because the back is the whole argument.
See? Cute, but I can still move.
I think the purse literally jumping into her hands is what really got it, but apparently no one else got it, because comments like, babe, the body is tea, girl, you're fine, and I wish I had this body type are filled in comment sections with little to no one realizing they're wanting a body type that quite literally has never existed outside of a screen. With some women even realizing that they're looking at AI, but it looks so good, they don't even care. And I'm not showing you this to make these women appear ignorant. A lot of people can't spot it, and I don't blame them. But this is creating a huge problem that we have never had to deal with before, where real women and AI women are existing in the same spaces, and we're being left confused trying to figure out which one we're looking at.
I decided to do some shopping, and I was on Pretty Little Things, and I'm really curious, is this AI or am I tripping? Is this AI? Is she AI or am I tripping? If it is AI, I don't like when brands do this. Like, it's real models willing to wear the clothing, but you just don't want to pay.
At this point, a woman looking too good, looking too perfect is a sign of AI, and I don't think we realize how much that can warp our minds. Because of course, once too perfect starts looking normal, the real people are automatically going to look less perfect compared to it.
AI about to put you Instagram models out of business, ain't it? I was on Instagram the other day, and I was just noticing how many accounts got these fake AI Instagram models. And I ain't even gonna hold you. You can't compete with them. AI done took some of your best of the best looking women and merged them all together and created perfect women. And you got these goofy men in the comment section lusting over AI models. They don't even realize that they looking at a fake woman.
And it's sick to me that we have come to a day and age where real women are going out of business. Like, what does that even mean? But in a way, it's becoming true because AI is already starting to influence what we consider really beautiful. That smooth skin, perfect face, and everything sitting exactly where it should be. People know the look. So when a real woman looks almost too perfect, people are literally asking if she's AI. And apparently that's turned into a compliment now.
Everybody always thinks that I'm AI, and that's actually the biggest compliment because you must think that I look absolutely perfect.
I've been getting a lot of comments lately asking if I'm AI. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, that's a compliment because you're saying like I look like so beautiful and unreal. Like, am I real? Then I was just like, or is it an insult? Like I look like a basic lady that could easily be made into AI. Like which one is it? Is it a compliment or is it an insult? I can't tell.
Today, looking AI generated is the new flex because now AI beauty is the new standard. And whether we realize it or not, that's giving the AI a weird amount of influence over us.
Oh my gosh, is this the next wave of unrelatableness that we are about to see? Growing up in the 90s and then the 2000s, there was already that pressure of like the Victoria's Secret models and how unrelatable and unattainable that was. We all have pimples, we all have fine lines, we all have things. And the more that we introduce this, the more scared I am for like what becomes real.
I agree, but I think that humans will have a harder and harder time standing out on social media because you're going to be competing directly with those AI characters.
And competing with AI is wild when you think about where we came from. There was a point back in the day when AI used to tell on itself. The hands looked wrong, the faces looked weird and distorted, and then the backgrounds didn't make any sense. And most importantly of all, the people in an AI video never gave people at all.
It's so easy to get caught!
Is it strange how socks go into the washing machine as a pair and come out single?
Men and women often seem like they're from different planets.
Like, do y'all see how creepy and uncanny AI people used to look? And it's scary how these faces aren't just becoming more realistic, but now they're becoming more desirable. And no matter how creepy and uncomfortable that previous video was, those mistakes are disappearing too fast.
Normally you can tell like, oh, that's an AI pic. Now it's becoming unrecognizable between what is real and not. This is old AI.
Okay, yeah, where you can tell.
New AI.
Wow.
This was AI literally a week ago. This is AI now. This was AI a week ago. This is AI now. And so if you still choose to not be aware of how dystopian this has gotten, then just know that you will be the first to be replaced.
So now that we see how advanced and realistic AI is, that's not anything new. What's new is that companies can now use those fake women the same way they used real ones for decades. There's a reason why earlier we went all the way back to companies studying women, learning their buying habits, and then eventually deciding what kind of woman they should keep seeing. It's like they collected all that data, basically used women to now take a shortcut and not have to use them at all.
This type of influencer is doing so well for brands right now, and it's not because of her beauty, it's not because of her fashion, and it's not because of her personality. It's because she's AI. This links to a recent article by the journalist Sarah Marsh, which was published on The Guardian, which basically talks about the fact that brands are increasingly using AI influencers to promote products.
And once this woman is generated, of course, everything that normally comes with creating the ad can now be generated right alongside with her. They don't have to pay the model, they don't have to fund a studio, photographers. Who needs them on set when the set is literally generated?
None of this is real. This model, this studio, even this outfit. No photo shoot, no models, no studio. We create this for brands like yours.
Am I the only one that finds this creepy? Why does it feel dehumanizing? And y'all know I can be dramatic, so let me know if I'm tripping. But it's like a woman is only valuable right up until she has to be an actual person.
I'm not real, but I could run your clothing brand. I don't get tired. I don't need lighting, and I will never ask you to pay me. She created me once, and now I show up for her every single day. Different outfits, different videos, same face, same voice, while you're still trying to find the energy to post. Stop trying to be the model. You should be creating one.
Apparently, we can get rid of the aging, the weight changes, the boundaries, the opinions, all the regular stuff that comes with being a person. But her face can stay though, because apparently that's still useful, huh? I don't know, y'all. This is where it low-key kind of starts getting a little dark, at least for me personally. We're already at the point where people are bringing these faces into doctor's offices, and they're saying, I want to look like this. Except the face they're asking for was never possible to begin with.
Society has always pressured predominantly women into a beauty standard. Like hundreds of years, there's always been a beauty standard that's been pushed and celebrated. The thing that I'd say probably a lot of surgeons say to me, it's made their job harder, is like the use of AI, filters, editing. Because they say to me, these girls and boys bring in photos and go, this is kind of the goal. And a surgeon will say, well, that's not a real face. Like that is a AI generated face. So I think that's what's made things, we're moving into slightly dystopian era.
Yes, this has been happening for hundreds of years, and it kind of makes me want to do a 360 all the way back to the coffee percolator. Y'all know I can't finish a video without tying everything back together. This is literally me as I'm building and piecing everything together for my script. That coffee percolator started with a pretty innocent question. What do women want? They studied us, they figured out exactly what we wanted, and eventually they figured out what kind of woman could make us want it. Except now, they can take everything they learned and they can build that woman themselves.
Not only are these AI models designed as these Frankenstein-esque copies of pre-existing women, they exist as an expression of the so-called feminine without the women to express it. I look at these AI-generated models and I see echoes of real women. In one, I see a mirage of Megan Fox, and another, Irina Shayk. But even so, they have taken the image of these real women who are praised for being the most beautiful women and enhanced their image. They become an echo of femininity without the spirit of woman.
I'm gonna close this video out by saying this, okay? Please don't let something that isn't human make you feel bad for looking human. And before you compare yourself, before you comment, oh my goodness, where'd you get this from? What size are you? Always make sure to do a double take, because you never know who's real. Am I real? Thank you for tuning into the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever classy people like you do before heading to the next video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!